All right, guys, welcome back. Let me just make sure we are live and everything is good with that. And we'll be ready to go.
Hand pink waving. Hand pink waving.
All right, let me just check the volume and everything. Check, mic check, mic check. All right, let me just check the volume and everything. Check, mic check, mic check. All right. All righty, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Pokemart TCG. I am your host, the Gamesman, Mike Dabbs, and welcome back to another episode of Real Talk with Pokemart TCG. So, guys, this is a new segment of the series, Real Talk, Straight Talk, with Pokemart TCG. It's a segment that I started up. I figured it'd be a good topic to talk with you guys, things that are going on with me, things revolving around the Pokemon market, things that I'm doing in the market, and general talk in, I'm board on what's happening and what's going on in my life with Pokemon and stuff to keep everybody abroad and aware. So it's a new segment for this channel that I'm doing real straight talk. So today's topics on straight talk is the first topic we're going to talk about is I sold 2 of my expensive booster boxes, and the second topic is Pokemon cards changed my life. That's another topic. And the third topic is why am I a bad guy? Because I am taking profits, selling and trading Pokemon products. So those are our topics. We're going to discuss those. I'm going to give my take. And first topic is, I sold 2 expensive booster boxes, guys, just a couple of days ago. So why did I sell them and what did I sell them for? I'll go over that, what I paid for them. I'm just going to go over that. And part 2, I will be answering that question on why I sold and why I took the profits will be answered in Pokemon Cards Changed My Life. All right, so you'll get that answer for the boxes part of that in that topic. But in general, guys, I sold 2 of my most expensive booster boxes. And I can go over how I got them. Like I said, I got all the receipts. All the receipts for what I discuss on this channel as far as Pokemon, pickups, and all that kind of stuff. Receipts, I have them in PokeTuber, Jedi Hustler, in my Instagram. You have to be following Instagram. And if you're not following my Instagram, I highly suggest you follow my Instagram that I told you. PokeTuber, P-O-K-E, Tuber, T-U-B-E-R, Jedi, J-E-D-I, Hustler. Check that. Receipts are all backed up there, guys, with reels about what I'm doing in the hobby. And a lot of you guys say, hey, this guy's doing that. He's not doing anything with the channel that he talked about, and da-da-da. Guys, I got a lot of stuff on my plate, all right, upon the death of my parents, all right, and I got things that I got to take care of as well. And as always, I always tell you guys, I like to put money into the channel when I make money. So I did make money, and I did put a lot of money into this channel and into the building of the next journey on this channel, in a coin pusher, in a slot machine, in a vending machine, in a coin pusher, right? 3 machines that I talked about back on this channel. I did it all this year. Why? Because I made gains in Pokemon that allow me to do what I say I was going to do with this channel is what I'm going to do. And I have all the receipts and my PokeTuber Jedi Hustler. So all you guys on Instagram just waiting, on YouTube waiting for a video. Well, if you're not following me on PokeTuber Jedi Hustler, you would never know what's going on. So you can assume or make assumptions that I'm not doing what I said I was going to do to the channel, so I'm unsubscribing. Well, if that's you, you're missing out because I've been doing it. Been telling the story is being written. My story unfolds. The journey has yet to begun. Everything that happened in the past is in the past. Where we go from here and beyond is what happens with the studio and what I do with this channel, right? So follow me on my journey. I'm still on this journey, guys. Still here. I ain't leave YouTube. I never left YouTube. I might have left because things happened in my life. I had moments where I have to leave. Yes. Okay, but I'm still here. I'm still doing what I said I'm going to do. Everything I told you about that I was doing with the channel. Receipts. Proof is in the PokeTuber Jedi Hustler, guys. I'm still here. And I got the tools to make your profits flowing, or whatever it is, how Pokey Plumber says it, right? I got the tools to whatever, right? Well, I got the machines, guys. All right? Go check out PokeTuber Jedi Hustler. All right? Receipts are all documented there. All right? I am on this journey. I am doing what I'm saying I'm going to do. Things happen in my life. My parents, lost my parents. I got to deal with stuff like that. And I got to deal with their estate. And I have another life-changing episode happening. You'll hear about it in the part 2 of this video where Pokemon cards changed my life. You'll hear about it in that and what I'm doing with monies that I made from Pokemon cards. All right? So stay tuned to the video. So, yeah, guys, Pokemon. Oh, my God. Awesome. Awesome. I mean, not because of the money aspect. Guys, I enjoyed the hobby. I enjoyed the card collecting. I enjoyed the collecting of the sealed product. I enjoyed the cards, the raw cards, the graded cards. I enjoyed every aspect of the hobby. It wasn't all about money. All right? So I just need to get that out of my breath, out of my chest, out of my heart, so you guys know it's not about money. My success didn't happen because of Pokemon. It happened because of everything and because of who I am. I'm a PokeTuber, Jedi, and I'm a hustler. All right? I'm a gamer because of the hustler, because of the aspect of the gaming that I do. I'm a PokeTuber because I stream Pokemon, and I'm a hustler because that was always a nature of me. I always hustled outside of having a full-time job. I was always making ends meet and going beyond the ends meet by hustling legally, guys. Not drugs, but legally. Products that I was selling on eBay and all kinds of stuff. So my success, no, didn't happen on YouTube, guys. Long before YouTube was even YouTube, I was already PokeTuber Jedi Hustler, but on a note where you guys never knew me until I came to the screen. All right. So other than that, guys, I was already what you guys call a reseller. I was already called a scalper. I was already this and that, but it is what it is, right? Label whoever you want to label as whoever you want to say they are. But guys, I sold 2 of my booster boxes. The first box, give you a little history on where I got it, how I obtained it. I got it from Hydro Pump Poke Shop some years ago, prior to the pandemic. I traded a bunch of bulk cards, commons and uncommons, in when card shops were taking in bulk cards. And I traded those into Hydro Pump Poke Shop where I got $4,500 to $7,500 in store credit. All right. And I bought booster boxes from them with my store credit, which were Vivid Voltage, Chilling Rain, Brilliant Stars, and Unified Minds was part of that. I got the 1 box of Unified Minds. All right, so I got that box for about 110. All right, and prior to letting go of that box, I have eliminated a lot of my Sun and Moon and XY packs have been gone, guys. Gone into this market. Gone. And I decided that it's time to let the Unified Minds booster box go to a new home. I was ready to let it go. I like the numbers on the price of where it went. I had it in my collection for a while. It'd been in my collections prior to the pandemic. So we're talking, what, almost 4 years, 5 years, maybe I had that box. And it was going up, and I said, it's time to go. I had already sold all my Unified Minds loose packs and come to this conclusion that it was time to let the Unified Minds box go as well. So I let it go. Jerry from Jerry's Trading Corner on Instagram.
Hi, and pink waving.
He reached out to me. I listed it on Facebook. He reached out to me because I sent it on a reel on Instagram. So he purchased it from the reel, not on Facebook. He saw the reel first, reached out to me back through Instagram to me that, hey, he was interested in the box. So it wasn't that it was on Facebook Marketplace. It wasn't sold on Facebook Marketplace. It was sold through Instagram because that's where he reached out to me from when I first put the reel before it went to Facebook Marketplace. So I put my booster box out on Instagram, and he reached out to me. He wanted to buy the box. So that box sold for $2,100. I sold it for $2,100, and I got one Blooming Waters box and two prismatic surprise boxes out of the deal as well. All right, in the trade. So I sold the Unified Minds box. All right. Now, I don't miss the box, guys, and I didn't see nothing wrong with letting go a box that I wanted to let go. So I let it go. All right. And, it's my product. I mean, just like you have your own Pokemon, nobody should have any rights to tell anybody what to do with their money or their investments. So I would tell you, don't let anybody talk you out of whatever you decide to do with your investments. You do. If you like the gains on something, don't let somebody talk you out of it. Do it. If you don't need the money, you have your own reasonings why. And my part of what I did, like I said, will be in the part 2 of this video, and Pokemon changed my life. Pokemon cards, how Pokemon cards changed my life. That'll be in the next question topic for this video. I try to put it between 2 to 3 questions, topics that we're going to go over. Right? And so I sold that box. It went to a new home. Jerry does a lot of card shows. And, he's going to sell the packs, break the packs, whatever, right? So it is what it is on that. I don't miss the box. I bought the box for about $110 in trade cards, common cards that I traded in because I had opened up. I was an opener, guys. I opened a lot of packs in my history on this channel. Opened a lot of packs. But then when it come to the investing, I started watching investing channels, and that got me blown up. And I said, oh, wow, I got into it. Started doing it. So now I come from a collector of still collecting the cards because that collector aspect of me didn't leave. I still collect the cards, but I'm not attached to the cards where it holds me. If I like a price on a particular card that I obtained through a collection or a buyout from someone, I let it go. And there's nothing wrong. Don't let nobody tell you or dictate to you how you should collect and what you should do with your stuff, guys. All right? That's topic 1. Do what you want with your stuff. Buy the cards you want, collect what you want, buy what you want. It's your money. And invest what you want. Don't let nobody tell you how to do this, all right? We can all give you our opinions. How you do it, how you formulate it, what you're in this market for is for you, right? So don't let nobody twist you up, all right? And I would tell anybody that because this market, the way it is now, everybody's getting twisted, different conception, different mindsets on these set of people are evil. These people are this, or these guys are scalpers. And everybody's mind is getting thrown away in different aspects. And we can all enjoy this hobby no matter what you do, right? And, I come to this channel. Wasn't all about money. I come to channel to share knowledge. And I share with you my experience and what happens. And the proof in what happens in my life. And if I make life-changing things happen, I have the receipts. All right? I have the receipts. So, yeah, I let a Unified Minds box. I don't miss it. It's gone. I have the capital. Proof is in the pudding, the receipts. PokeTuber Jedi Hustler. All right, who it went to? Well, you guys can always reach out to people that I even say where stuff went to. Reach out to Jerry. You want to get the side of the story on that? Did I sell it to him? Did he get it? Talk to Jerry. Receipts in the video, live reel, and I'm telling you where it went. Now, let's move on to my second box, which was a box that, well, Ray from Let's Go TCG, I talk about him a lot on my channel. He was my local game shop. Of course, Adam's Playmaker shop closed up. Ray, congrats to Ray. He moved to a bigger shop out here in New Windsor. It's a little bit closer to me, over by Stewart Airport. He moved into a bigger location, bigger spot, because he needed bigger space for his expanded. He was expanding on the tournaments. He needed bigger space, and he needed shop space for, to put more cabinets and stuff out to showcase what he sells. So congrats to Ray. While he was at the old store in New Windsor, by New Windsor Diner, he had two boxes, guys, two boxes. He had an XY Primal Clash, and he had an XY Roaring Skies. And at that time, they were both running about $500. All right? Both boxes were $500 they were running. That was what he was asking. I was in talks with him for trade. And I said, I have all these sports cards, sports card blasters and sealed product that I collected over my journey on this channel and abroad, right? And I told him I have all these sports cards. And he says, I think I'll be interested in those sports cards. Can you bring them by the shop? And I can look them up and price them. And I had already done pricing on it, but he did a final price. And he wanted to have sports cards because he didn't have sports card allocation from his distributors. So he wanted to carry sports cards in his shop. He had just had the shop for just a few months prior to me coming. So the shop was still fairly brand new. He wanted to get stocked with having cards and stuff. And he was buying a lot of collections and stuff from people bringing in locally, right? So here I come with this sports card. And I knock on his door about sports cards. I have this. And he wanted to make a trade. He said, hey, got the Roaring Skies box, and we did end up doing a trade. So I got the Roaring Skies booster box from Ray at Let's Go TCG here in my own hometown. I traded right here in my own local town of New Windsor. So I traded for the Roaring Skies booster box. It was a $500 worth of trade. I had $3,500, I think, in trade from Let's Go TCG. When it got all said and done, it was $3,500. But I got that Roaring Skies box. And again, that was some years ago, guys. We're talking maybe 3-4 years ago. I had this box in my collection. And then all of a sudden, we got this boom right now. This boom in Pokemon. And I said, you know what? I'm in this box for $500, maybe less than that, because if I add in what I paid for that sports card, it wouldn't come up to $500. But in the market that we were in at the time, this is what things were valued at. The box was valued at $500, and this product, all this trading stuff that I was trading in, it exceeded that, and I got that booster box from him. So the history of where I got the box was from Ray's Let's Go TCG in a trade, and he can vouch for me. That's another one. Like I said, I have the receipts for that. You can talk to Ray at Let's Go TCG, another card shop, right, where the receipts, I got them. Documentation for the box, that's the history of the box that I know where I got it from. All right, so the box went up to $500, and now that box is seeing crazy growth, right? How much further it's going to go, I don't know, but I don't own the box anymore, guys. I let the box go for $3,900. And it's on TCG Player, and you can probably say, oh, Jedi, PokeTuber, you made a mistake, dude, that Roaring Skies box. Yeah, it's sitting on TCG Player at $5,498. I know that. And then there's two listings at that, and then there's the rest of the listings out at $7,000 or at $6,000. Then there's cases for $34,000. I know that. Guys, the thing you guys got to learn in this hobby is not to be too greedy. All right? Don't be too greedy where stuff is prices, you're outpricing people where they can't even make a few bucks buying stuff from you. And you got to be okay with cutting some stuff off the top, leaving some room, leaving some meat on the bone for somebody else to make some bread. So that's what I did. I took a gain, all right, of $3,400, guys, $3,400. All right, off a $500 investment. I'm taking the gain. I let the box go. All right. Yeah, the box could have went up further. I could have got more gains. All right. Just understand this. As stuff accumulates values in here, you guys that are coming into this hobby now, if you're not selling anything, you don't understand the mathematics behind the system on selling and where to sell and how to sell, you're going to be taking on a lot of risks that you don't understand yet. You're saying, oh, I got all this stuff. It's worth all this money. All right, great. It's worth all this money. How are you going to sell it? Who are you going to sell it to? Where are you going to sell it? All right. If you don't understand that and the percentages on what you're going to get in return based on where you're going to sell it, you could be in for a long down tear on your product. And you can have people that will change you up and change your mind on how to get out of Pokemon because it's not whatever, right? You could be making so many mistakes because you don't understand the markets and how to go about navigating in here to buy, sell, and trade. And you're going to be in over your head. You're going to be in over your head if I got that twisted up. All right, you're going to be in over your head, not going to know what to do and how to sell, where to sell, and who you're going to, sell it to. And here, I'm just trying to, be a lighthouse on the rocks, guys. And crashing and burning into this hobby. All right? And I'm being transparent with people that watch this channel so you know what I'm doing, how I'm positioning myself in this market, in this bull market. The receipts, PokeTuber Jedi Hustler, guys. Can't be more transparent than that. The history for me is being posted in reels. I'm doing more reels showing people what I do. And it's kind of an everyday thing now because I'm working locally here in my own area, in my own backyard. I'm not worried about YouTube fame. I'm working in my own backyard. History of what's going on with me in my own backyard is with many videos, many reels. I call them videos, many reels on PokeTuber Jedi Hustler, guys. So behind the scenes, you don't see no videos from me till Sunday, Monday. Guys, all through the week, deals, and deals coming through to me. All right? Just letting you guys know. I'm trying to be transparent. Just because you don't see a reel, you don't see a video, don't mean ain't nothing happening. All right? So I got things popping already. Things popping. I start on my own backyard. I'm not looking at YouTube fame. Even if it might go there, it goes there. If it doesn't, I'm building relationships. I'm building foundations right here. I'm starting in my own backyard. All right? My own backyard, and just sharing it to YouTube because the receipts are in the reels, and they're also on Mike Dab 6. You can hit me up on Facebook. People that left me ratings and stuff, you can look and communicate with them on what transpired. Right? So like I said, I got the receipts. All right. So I sold 2 of my boxes, guys. I'm not ashamed. I'm not worried. I let them go. All right. So, yeah. And I took gains. I took gains on them. And now I'm able to take that same money, right? I don't eliminate it from the market. It's not eliminating it from the market, guys. I'm positioning myself in other Pokemon stuff in this market. I'm buying into the market. A little bit more about like funds, where the funds are going and stuff like that is, guys, I'm pretty much done with Walmart restocks, Target restocks, and stuff like that. I may do some pickups here and there, but most of the time, guys, people are buying stuff up there, lining up at the doors. I'm buying on the secondary market. Just to be clear to all of you guys, like, how are you getting all this stuff? Where are you getting all this stuff? Guys, I created my own backyard buyback that I'm buying right here in my own backyard, guys, my own backyard. I'm buying from people. I'm paying more than what they pay in the store. And then you can say, oh, you're the problem. That's why the scalpers are keeping the same. Well, if that's what it is, how you want to say it or how you want to perceive it, I'll leave that totally up to you. But that's not going to change what I'm doing. I'm buying on the secondary market from people that are already burning their gas, going to Walmart, going to Targets, picking up all this stuff. And I'm buying into it, guys, because I believe in it. And I wouldn't be paying a premiums on what they already paid at the store if I didn't believe in the product. All right? So that's why I'm doing it. I'm not trying to get in lines. I'm not trying to get in fights. I'm not trying to be the one, that guy that would clear the shelf out of Walmart and Target. And if I did that, guys, a lot of people would be pissed off at me for putting videos up, clearing shelves. And here, guys, got a big restock. Well, people crapped on me before for doing it. Now I found no need to even go to Walmart or Targets. I got my own stable base of people that are selling me products, guys, and I'm paying them a premium to get it, but I'm not selling that product at this time. And that's why I don't have to go to restocks. I don't have to worry about restocks anymore. Just like Nostalgianomics, he buys from his people that are selling. He puts up his sheet on Instagram. He puts up a sheet saying he's buying these packs. People reach out to him on Discord, sells them the packs. Guys, I'm just working magic on Facebook Marketplace, working in my own backyard to people who already go to these restocks. They already burn the gas. They already take their time. I'm just buying from them because you know what? It gives me my positions that I'm looking forward. And I'm not selling the products back on the market. I'm not making any profits right now, guys. I'm turning my money into more margins, more into putting it into profitable items, watching them grow. And this money, to me, is more safer than the money in the bank because I'm not going to get, the bank is going to take my $500, my $5,000, let's say, right? It's going to take it, they're going to lend it out and give people 12% ratio APR on that money that they're borrowing from me out of my checking or savings account, right? And they're going to give me 1%. In the same time frame, me putting that money into profitable items, 151, Blooming Waters, boxes. I'm buying those over ETBs. You probably say, whoa, why are you buying those over ETBs? I believe in the packs, guys. I believe in the packs. So I believe, I can get the ETB for $300 or something, but I believe in the Blooming Waters boxes, the packs inside. I'm going to get more than what I get in the ETB. And you say, oh, the promo. Well, I'm not worried about the promo in the ETB. Why? Because I'm getting more packs. I'm getting 12 packs. So I'm getting 3 packs over. So just put the 3 packs that you get extra. That's 12 packs of Blooming Waters. And you got that Snorlax promo. There's the price for the Snorlax promo, $30. I believe 151 to go to $20 a pack. So I'm sitting on 3 extra packs at $60. And then I still have the promos inside that box if I break down the box. But I believe that the box is going to go up, but I get more packs for my price, for my money of $300. $300 because I'm buying Blooming Wars at $100. I'm getting 36 packs, almost a booster box worth of packs for $300. I'm not getting it in the 1 ETB. But 3 boxes could outpace that booster box. Even if even though it's an ETB, right? But the packs could exceed because I'm getting 36 packs compared to 1 box. So I believe that Blooming Wars is going to hit $20 a pack. And that's why I buy the Blooming Wars because it's a cheaper alternative. I'm looking at the pack price, but I'm also looking at the box as a collectible that I'm not buying into. I'm getting 1 ETB for 9 packs. So I'm just using my mind here, guys, on the statistics. I can get more packs for less money buying the Blooming Waters boxes. I'm getting more packs, more bang for my buck with the packs. And that's what I'm not worried about the promo card because you already get promos inside the Blooming Waters. You get the jumbo and then you get the other promo card. So you have promos inside those boxes. They're gradable and you can grade the jumbo and all that. You can sell them. So they are breakdowns you can do with the Blooming Waters. But I believe in the Blooming Waters box for the money that it is at getting them at $100. I believe it because I'm getting more packs instead of just 9 packs in that ETB for $330. And I'm getting 3 for 3 of them at $100 each, or 4 of them at $400. See? So I'm getting more packs for my money instead of one ETB. I think the box and the packs that they're in and the promos will exceed that ETB, and that's why I'm getting those Blooming Waters boxes. All right? So just understand that. That's my math behind the madness on why I'm buying Blooming Waters. All right? Because I believe in the box over the ETB. All right? I'm getting more boxes. I'm getting 3 boxes compared to 1 box, and I'm getting more promo cards. So I have 9 promo cards, right, versus 1 promo card, and 9 additional packs compared to 1 promo card and all the ETB stuff that's in there. All right, that's my math behind the madness. I believe those boxes could exceed, 3 of them can exceed the price of the 1 ETB if you combine them in that manner, right, for the money on top of money. So that's my math behind the madness. I'm buying Blooming Waters, guys. I just picked up, if you guys can see, I'll put the camera up there. I just bought 4 more today. It's on a reel on Instagram. You go check that out. Let me get the camera back. Got you guys bouncing all over the place. So yeah, just bought 4 more today. The guy had reached out to me off of Facebook. It wasn't even, I have a post up there that I'm buying Blooming Waters, but a guy reached out to me, said he had Blooming Waters. He was asking if I was buying them. I said, yep, I pay $100. And he brought them over to me. There's the 4. Proof is in the pudding, right? I said, I have the receipts, guys. Have the receipts. So I got 4 Blooming Waters. I paid $100 each. And that's in a reel today, dated for August 17th. So, yeah, I believe in the product. So I'm buying 151. I'm buying the 151 Blooming Waters, the booster bundles. I believe in it. I'm not really looking for ETBs for that price that they're at. I don't care about the Pokemon Center ones neither. I'm looking at the booster bundles and the Blooming Waters boxes. Yep, for the price. That's where I'm at. And I'm buying the Alakazam and the poster collections. So those boxes I'm also buying, guys, at a certain price where I'm at. I'm buying Destiny's Rivals. Still, I'm buying Destiny Rivals. Some people aren't buying Destiny Rivals, saying it's too high. Am I selling Destiny Rivals? The products that I'm naming to you guys, I'm not even selling, guys. Not selling them. Because if you look at it this way, I want to go back, say Destiny Rivals booster box. If you bought in at 300, I bought into them at 300. Some a little lower, but if you got into them at 300, they're now 300 now, or 316, something like that. So was it a bad decision? No, you went up a little bit on your money. I believe in Destiny Rivals in the 5-year term. It's going to exceed that $300 that I paid. And if I dollar for dollar cost average, the 2 years that the product is out, guys, it's going to supersede the $300 anyway. Whatever you're being fed here on YouTube about buying high, buying low, or whatever, the fundamentals, yeah, you want to buy as low as you can. Doesn't mean that you have to buy that low. If you got some high, don't feel bad. If you're trying to sell, that's when you should feel bad, because you can lose while this product is still being printed. You can lose. It's the long-term mindset of the 5 years where, as an investor in this space, is where you win. Is where you win, guys. Is where you win. It's not this short-term mindset where I'm going to buy it, turn it around, flip it. So just be very careful with that mindset, all right? Trying to flip too quick. As an investor, booster boxes. I'm buying into Destiny Rivals. I'll still buy it at 300 because I believe that those boxes are going to get 500 at one time. When I do sell, then it's going to be where they did go up. I'm not selling into the market where I'm going to lose. I'm not. It's just how you should think when you're in this market. You don't sell when things are low. You buy when they're low. It's a buying time. So you try to buy as low as you can, but if you got to buy high, don't be thinking that you're being wronged by buying high, guys. You can buy high or you buy low. Just be willing to hold them. And that's where a lot of people get misconstrued, is you're trying to sell too quickly. And you didn't give time for the product to even do anything, to reach the high that it would reach. And that's the thing is with this investing, it's a It's a timed play where in 5 years that box should be, right? We just a speculation call because I can't guarantee you. But I just know based on my knowledge, right? It's only just the knowledge that you bring to the table and what you know. It's who you're watching on YouTube and what they know. And if you believe in the same aspect, that's why I only follow channels that believe in the same things I do. I'm not trying to hear all the drama and this guy is wrong and I'm right. I try to hear everybody's opinion. Yeah, I listen to he's lifting off or here comes Team Rocket Joey. I listen to him. He's got some good points, right? And I'm not saying the guy's wrong all the time. There's some things he may be wrong on, and there's some things that he may be right on. And I'm not saying Out Nostalgianomics is always right. I take everybody's information, right, and I construe it into my mind and make the best possible decisions with my money because I have to have my money has to work for me. All right, I'm not one of you young cats that is 20 years old now. I'm 57, so it's very important to me that my dollars are being put to work. All right. And, I'm closer to retirement than you guys that are in 20. So I had, money plays. I don't care. I'm not worried about, I can make big money plays, but if I make the plays, they gotta be worth making that risk. And I'll assume all the risk if I believe the play is going to be good. Right? So these are the kind of plays that as an investor in this hobby, you try to contemplate and try to make the best plays with your dollars because the bank is just going to run away with that kind of money. You put it in the bank, you're not going to get that kind of interest rate on the return at the same time. If you leave it in the same length, that money in the bank at the same length, you're not going to get the return that this market is going to do for you. You won't. Data is the data, right? Data is the data. Yes. Data is the data. I can't make up the data. Data is based on who's buying this. People are buying stuff at this price. That makes up what the market is. So it is what it is. The data is the data. People buy. And it doesn't matter if you're a collector only or an investor only. We don't make the change. It's the people that are majority of rip and chippers and openers of this stuff. They make the change on why stuff goes crazy, right? Because they're the ones buying in at those prices on whatnots and TikToks and all that stuff. So they cause prices to go to levels because the product is getting eaten up. Pokemon has a bigger issue where they can't produce enough for the demand. So and reality sets in how much sealed product is actually going to be there. So as an investor, we're like saving Pokemon, guys. We're the guys, the saving grace, because we're going to be the ones that have all the play pieces, right? The investors holding all the sealed product, hoarding it all up, if that's what you want to say. But I do know weak hands get rid of stuff. The strong hands hold it down. And, as an investor, we make plays where I was a youngster in this game. I was making small plays because I didn't know my way around I didn't know my way around the ring. It's only watching YouTube that I was able to make moves and position myself in this hobby in the manner of magnitude of what I have in inventory, right? It wasn't until I knew what I knew from what I learned from people who already knew. And that's the big thing is, there's no secret now, guys. The secret is out. The recipe is here. You want to succeed in this, you got to be wanting to do it, willing to take the risk and assume the risk, and then reap the rewards. And if you're not willing to do it, you're going to have a lot of people complaining about what you do. Yeah, I had people laugh at me. But I'm laughing on the inside because I reaped the rewards. And I've been reaping the rewards. And if you don't think Pokemon is a success and that you could be successful with it, guys, well, it blew my mind, still blow my mind, and you'd have to do it to see it for yourself. So if you're sitting on the sidelines complaining about somebody else that's making life-changing moves, making life-changing money, I am one of those guys that's telling you it's real. Now, with that said, we're going to go into part 2. Pokemon cards changed my life. I lost my parents, both of them, in 2024. I started this channel 12 years ago. Video gaming, selling video games, prior to now 100% in on Pokemon. 100% in, guys. 100% in Pokemon. 100%. All right? I do video games, but not as hard as what I used to. I got out of the video games because the market is changing to a digital base. And it is the older games that are harder to find on the open market, flea markets and stuff that I used to go to, harder to find those gem games. And I didn't want to start all over. Once I sold the business, I sold out all my video games, guys. I sold out of my business. I sold out of my flea market business of video games. I used to be a vendor. So my success, guys, the story for me, yeah, I can tell you bunches of stories of how I became successful, right? Because it was life-changing events in my life from things I sold and made money on. So my success came long before YouTube. So I was a vendor selling video games, all right, in a local flea market. I did good. I did really good. Buying and selling, trading video games, old stuff. Yeah, I made my share of mistakes when I first started out, but it was the mistakes that ended me. It wasn't the mistakes ending me. I made the mistakes and corrected them, corrected myself, and continued to propel myself. I didn't let them get me down. You know, some people would say, hey, well, I got to file bankrupt. I got to get out of business. I didn't let mistakes hold me back or hold me from reaching my goals. I continued on. I didn't let success be the ending factor to the closed door on my chapter of my life. I let it continue to open up more doors for me. And that's what it's done. I sold out of the business, sold my video game business in the flea market. End of it, sold all my video games to another guy who was going to open up a secondhand store, who then scammed me. All right, he did get me out of. I gave him. He complained about some stuff. He came back. I gave him more stuff, and he still hasn't paid me for it. He left me holding the card saying he's going to be back, but never came back. So yeah, he still owes me money, guys. I moved on. All right. I didn't go chasing after him. I hit him up. Do I want to really dig up the dirt? Guys, this is beyond me now. So I just let it go. I moved on. All right. I moved on from that. It's done. It's over. It's been a few years now since that transaction. I moved on. Now I'm in Pokemon. I learned what I learned from the people that were tutoring. All right. And I say tutoring because there are a lot of great YouTube channels out there giving out information when they could be charging for those sessions. And if you take those informational databases that they're putting out and they're sharing with you, the data is the data. You will learn a hell of a lot. All right? And you don't have to go to school. You didn't have to take a course to do it. It was success. We're giving you success in these live streams. And it's the ones that take the bucket and run with it are going to be the ones that be successful in it. The ones that take it to core, take it hardcore and run with it. You young guys, 20 years old, sitting here listening to me speak. I'm 57 and I'm still hustling, all legally. I don't have to look behind my back. I don't have to beg for money because I already was making money, right? And I'm making adult money with my full-time job. Yeah, I could probably leave my full-time job and do this 100%. But is it something I want to do? I'm still having a time of my life. I'm still enjoying my life, even though I'm 57, right? But you young guys, 20 years old, you got a lot of life ahead of you, a lot of life-changing moves you can make now while you're still at mommy and daddy's house. Yeah, I'm saying mommy and daddy's house, while you're still there, right? If I had took what I know today and utilized that when I was at my mom and dad's house, you know how much money I would have in the bank compared to now, right? Where I would be in my life compared to now, right? I'm just saying. But people laugh at people that are staying at mommy and daddy's. Oh, you're at your mother and daddy's. Why don't you just get out of here and get a real... Laugh if you laugh if you want. But you know what? Some of you guys that are still at mommy and daddy's house, I'm telling you, you're making some decent money as a 20-year-old. You're making some foolish moves, buying gold chains and all kinds. You got to have these fancy sports cars, put all this stuff on it, put all these rims and put a stereo in it, and got to have blasting radios and got to have the rims on it. Got to tint it up. You got to put the what do you call that, wrap on it. You got to wrap the car and make it a different fancy color. Wasting all your money into the car and taking out the stock options that were in it. No, you're only going to get your full money back if you put all the stock options back in it. You're not going to get the car because it has the fancy rims, the big wing on the back, the suicide doors. You're not going to get the money for it. And you're at home with mommy and you're driving a new fancy, GTR or whatever, right? And yeah, you got a good job, but are you saving any of your money while you're at mommy daddy's, right? Are you doing any investable things to take you further in life? Are you just knocking on the door of college is the answer to how you're going to be successful in this life? And it's more than just college, guys, because we've been blinded to the side of this mindset that how our moms and dads were brought up: get a good job, get a good trade, go to college and get out and get a good job, and then you'll be successful. And we're training our kids today on that same mindset that get a good job. In order to get a good job, you got to go to college. And college is the way. Get the GED, not the GEDs, but get the what do you call those degrees, the big degrees, the masters and all that stuff. And then you come out and you can be a lawyer, a doctor, and all this, and be successful. Those weren't options for me. Those were some things that my stepfather, Bill, who passed away, I was being tricked into the same mindset that everyone in life is tricked on, that you got to do that to be successful. There are options in life, guys, and it's your lottery ticket from having to go to college. And had I took that into consideration, I would be in a better spot now, right? And growing, right? Instead of making changes when I did make the changes some years ago in 2004 with a life-changing course that I took using OPM, how to use a credit card to empower a business. I could have had that life-changing aspect in an earlier age than in 2004. So all you guys at mom and dad's, and they're pushing that college degree. You got to go get a college, get a good job. I never took that away from my daughter. My daughter's going to college. All right. I never said, hey, she wanted to go there. She wanted to do it. I didn't stop her. All right. College wasn't for me. So for me, I figured things out. I had to figure things out because what my father was telling me, my stepdad, get a trade. I had to look back at my life and what he was telling me, and I was in a job that I didn't like. I was in a trade that I didn't like. It wasn't something that I wanted to do, but I was doing it just to please my dad. And when they're gone, guys, your kids got to live with the choice they made. And it should be a choice that you were telling them that they need to be because of what your grandfather or your mom told you. And they're all alternatives, guys. You can be all that you want to be. Not in the army, but in what you put your mind to. Your mind can make you a millionaire if you have the mind to strive into business and know how to use opportunities and seek opportunities. Always be open-minded. And if you're an open-minded person seeking for opportunity, there is success to be made. All right? There's open doors, but some of the doors that are open to you, you laugh at. You think it's a child's game. This is not sustainable, and that how could this ever be? And I'm here to tell you it is sustainable. there is life at the end of the tunnel. It's up to you to take the leap and believe in that leap. And I'm not promising you, but I can guarantee you, that if you look at the data, follow the data and the trends, that yes, you can position yourself for a better life. All right? Investing in cardboard. All right, so Pokemon has changed my life in many aspects, financially. And my wife can speak up for that as well, but she's not here. But I'm going to tell you, we got the call that my dad passed away. That day, I did a $3,000 deal here in the room. A guy came from Wappingers, did a $3,000 the night we were going to fly out. The day, it was that night we were going to fly out. That morning, so I had to go to bed, to wake up because we had to fly out in the early morning, the AM early morning, to catch the flight. So we got the news, and I was flying out. So I got an email from my phone. A guy was interested in some raw cards, and it was a $3,000 deal. And I said, hon, you go ahead, go do what you got to do. I got a guy coming, so I got to straighten this deal out before we fly out. So I did a deal right here in the house for $3,000. It's not bad, right? You're talking about a deal like on the fly, somebody responding to want to come by and look at some cards to purchase $3,000. So that was a big deal to me. Wow. Prior to coming back, I wanted to set up to do vendor POV videos, but my camcorder, we were missing the parts to it. We're missing some pieces, so I have to order pieces to make my camcorder complete so I can use SD cards to record video so I can give you guys live vendor POVs on an upload video of me at card shows. And that was what I wanted to do this year, but I have to get pieces from my camcorder in order to complete that so I can do live recording. So I can record myself while vending to upload the video to YouTube. So that was something I wanted to do. But here, my first card show after coming back from my dad's estate after he passed away, back in February when I come back, I took a gross sale of about $1,000 at the vending at a card Newburgh Toy Collectible show, and then a half an hour into the show closing, another guy comes around and buys $5,000 worth of cards, and then from there we do another deal, $12,000 right here at the house, and another $17,000 on top of that, and then I do two more card shows, one more card show after that, and I'm going to be doing the next one in November. That makes up for 3 card shows this year. And I did like $7,000 in like 3 days. It's crazy. Crazy, guys. So I don't know about you guys, about Pokemon changing your life, but that's pretty much mind-changing games. And then I have trades. I have trades with Gar going on. He's taking, just sharing with you guys, we're working out some trades where he's taking the Pikachu Surging Sparks, this Charizard V Alt Art, and this Charizard V, it's Umbreon, and then the Charizard right there, VMAX, I think that's Champion's Path, and then he's getting this Umbreon, the Altnar, this Moonbreon. We're doing trades for sealed product, maybe some cash on top. We're still working on this deal, and moving how, like I said, this is how I'm sharing with you guys what's going on in my life. This is trades and stuff that's going down. We just did a deal today where I bought 4 Blooming Waters, I bought prior to that 6 Destiny Rivals booster bundles at $40. So, I mean, it's crazy. This is a trade with David right now. Guy is coming from Massachusetts. Same place the guy came to buy the Roaring Skies box, Massachusetts. This is David's 6 cards, and I'm going to tell you guys what I'm getting. I mean, it's going to be on an Instagram reel, but he's getting the Leafeon VMAX, all art. That's 1 card. He's getting this other Leafeon V from Crown Zenith. So you can see exactly the 6 cards. He's getting the other Moonbryon. Yes, there are 2, just so you guys don't get it twisted. He's using it. There are 2. All right, one is Gar's and the second one is this guy's, David. So just wanted to share that. Oh, I'm not putting the same cards up on the screen. Yeah, he's getting that one. Then he's getting the Machamp All Art, and he's getting the Glaceon V, and he's getting the Aerodactyl V. All right. And what I'm getting out of this, I'm going to share with you guys what I'm getting out of this. So you guys can see, like, the kind of deals you could do with raw. I'm changing raw cards for sealed product. Crazy. So David is giving me 1 case of Black Bolt Tech Deck stickers. So the 3-pack blisters of Black Bolt. I'm getting a case. So in the display. So 12 of those 3-pack blisters, 1 case, and then 1 case of White Flare. All right. And I'm getting 3 Black Bolt ETBs, regular standard ETBs, 6 Fusion Strike sleeve booster packs, 1 White Flare Pokemon Center ETB, and 1 Black Bolt PC ETB. And I owe him $66 out of that deal. So that's what the deal that he's coming from Massachusetts. Today should be here around 6 o'clock. That's what I'm getting out of that deal. All right. And then I have the Garantina All Art. I have a deal with that going on where the guy is mailing me a Armored Mewtwo card. All right. Armored Mewtwo promo. A Pikachu VMAX Trainer Gallery. And a Destiny's Rivals Team Rockets Moltres SAR. And then he owes me $240 cash on top. And he's going to get my Garantina All Art. That's, I believe I showed you guys. If I didn't, I'll bring it up so you guys can see that. Maybe it's not here, so it's over in the cabinet. So I'll just grab that to show you that this is the kind of things that are going on with me and Pokemon. And this all art Garantina right there is going out to him. As soon as his cards arrive, I let him know that they're coming. Then he's going to PayPal or Cash App the $240. And after I see the cards and they're the same as what he showed me in the pics, and I'm happy with the cards, then he will pay out the $240 cash, and that will be his Garantina. So I'm waiting for that to come in the mail. He's shipping out this week. So that's another deal. I got 3 deals in the water for those cards, guys, for those all arts, on top of all the other deals I'm doing on Facebook Marketplace with buy, sell, and trading. So, yeah, Pokemon is changing my life, and you guys can have the same success, if not greater. And I would tell you, start out at home. Start at home at your own local, in your own backyard. Because then you're not looking at YouTube. Like some people, I guess they were trying to hold me back on YouTube. I had people that hate on me, call me a scalper, and I was called a scalper on Facebook. Again, somebody hit me out because they seen the clout. They seen the clout on Facebook, my what I'm selling and what I'm buying. You know, they see the clout, and they're trying to cloud my judgment, call me a scalper, and all of this. And I've been called a scalper on here. I'm not buying at restocks, guys. I'm not buying at restocks. I let the people who are reselling online, selling on eBay, I let them do their thing. But I'm buying into this market from people that are selling on Facebook Marketplace. And I'm finding opportunities in products that I believe in. And I'm not getting on lines with these limits at stores and stuff now. I'm getting more product from people that are selling because I believe in the product. And you don't have to take this approach. You don't have to take this approach. You can do whatever you want. These are the approaches that I'm taking because I can financially do it. You have to be in a well-positioned place to do it. If you're going to be buying from people and paying higher than MSRP, yes. So you got to position yourself. If you're not positioned here, then you're not going to be able to sustain it, and you're not going to be able to get large positions that you're going to hold later to make gains on later, if that's the way you want to look at it. Just the mindset is on products. I don't care about reprints. I don't care about restocks. I don't care about Costco drops and all that. I don't believe in those things that where they're going to crash the markets and stuff, because if it did, if they would have, it would already done it, where you would have seen things tanking down, and you don't see that because the demand is too strong. And so I had to make up an informed decision. I had to design things the way I had to design my own success, and I'm making my own success not from YouTube. I'm just sharing to YouTube now the history on what's been going on in my life, right? And how it's changing my life, guys, that it positioned me, because now with the dollars that I've been made, I was able to buy into and get stuff for the studio, right? I told you guys I like to put into the studio, invest into the studio when I make money, right? This is what I always talked about, because I'm not making YouTube money. Very underrated channel for sure, but very underrated. That's a fact. But I'm sharing my journey to showcase that, I started from ground zero and I made it. And I'm continuing to be successful in this market. And you can set your own self up for success however you choose. All right? And just don't let the haters on things get to you. Don't let the people change up your mind or have you FOMO in. All right? And here I'm gradually moving through stuff. I'm selling some things. Yes, I'm selling. Some things if they don't sell, I trade for other stuff. I'm trading raw cards, graded cards for sealed product, and same thing. Flipping back and forth, I'm in sealed, I'm in raw, and I have graded cards to move in this market. They all work hand in hand, and how you navigate it, it's how you navigate it, man. I'm enjoying it because I'm able to get cards that I like arts of, and then I'm able to trade out those cards, get sealed product that I want. So it all works. It all works, and you gotta find a system that works for you when you do this. Have fun with it, and then at the end of the day, guys, you know what? You gotta be able to look at things at a different angle. Like, find something or find things that other people are just not after. Because when everybody's after one thing, yeah, it can be it can upset you a bit where you say, I can't find product, man. And you got to look for those hidden gems. And even when people say there's no product, I can't find product, I'm still having success, guys. You got to look in spots where people are less likely to go. And I'm not going to start popping off telling people stuff, because you know what? Every time I do that in my own local area, I start popping off names of stores and stuff that I go to, then I don't find anything. But so far, places I've been going, I've been finding stuff, guys. And I'm not going to go on this YouTube channel and name it because, like I said, it gets out there and it screws me, and then I got to continue. So now, some things I don't have to buy on the open market and pay those astronomical numbers, right? I don't have to overpay when I'm finding it. So now that some products are becoming available.
I missed most of the live. My
Wow.
mother just left the hospital. Good to see you.
Yeah, when stuff are available, I'm not buying that stuff. If I can find, Victini boxes from Black and White, I'm not paying $35 or $30 a box. I'm buying them at MSRP because that's where I'm picking them up from. I mean, I'm not going to name a store where I'm getting them from, but why would I pay $30 and I'm finding them at the store? So if I'm able to pick those up for $15, $14.99, why overpay? I just leave them. If I just tell her, if you want to come down to this price, I'm willing to do this, but I'm not going to buy them at that. So, that's what it is. But you guys gotta formulate your own you put together your own recipe for success. Utilize bits and pieces out of my playbook, things that I'm doing. I have people that call me, they want to pick my brains about stuff, and I could be charging money for a course for what I know. But I come to YouTube and try to teach people that have an open mind. I had to be open-minded when I started Pokemon, and I didn't even know nothing about Pokemon. I knew that people wanted it. It was collectible back years ago. I knew nothing about the diamonds on the stuff. How do you know it was this is a rare and all that? People were telling me, oh, it's a star. It's got this. I didn't know nothing about Pokemon. All I knew was about Charizard, first edition, because that's what I knew when I was growing up and I was doing my video game business thing, right? So I didn't know jack about Pokemon. I had to learn it. And the more I engaged myself on learning it, the more it became, more knowledge is more power, right? So it helped me. It helped me navigate the market. And that's why I associate myself with channels that I believe in what they believe in. We believe in the same things. And success, yeah, I'm having a lot of that. And it's all because I decided to. I wasn't forced in it. I decided to get involved. And since I got involved, yeah, I'm going to reap the rewards from my hard work, my blood, sweat, and tears that went into everything that I did with Pokemon, right? So a lot of people are going to be pissed off. So that brings us into our third topic is, why am I the bad guy? Because I take profits. Everybody looks at someone who is becoming successful in a Pokemon investing space, maybe not on YouTube, but in my own personal life, I'm becoming successful. But then when I start to sell and people see pictures of large quantities of stuff in a storage unit or large quantities being posted because I'm buying it or what have you, and then I turn around, I make a profit, now I'm the bad guy. I want to tell you one thing, because a lot of people can heat you up. I didn't say hit you up. I said heat you up, get you off to go off the Richter scale. And that's not going to happen, because you know what? I let them just hate, and I'm going to keep doing me.
It's all about the choices we make on
It's
life
not going to stop me.
The people will be in the future.
It's not going to stop me from doing what I'm already doing. The train is staying on the tracks. I'm staying on the path. My skis are on, and I'm not making any slippery mistakes anymore. All right? That's it. I made mistakes in the past, and now everything that I do is more proven, and everything that I do is sticking. The snow is sticking, guys. It's not melting. So Frosty the Snowman, I can take off this magic hat, I can take these earphones off, and I'm still going to be doing the same thing when I get off this microphone and off this channel. I'm not going to be derailed, all right? And it's because of what I know and who I listen to that is making me into the success that I am. All right? And this is where, just because I sell, now I'm a bad guy. All right? I'm the scalper. I got too much product that I know what to do with. Well, it's me making decisions on what I do with my money that's better than the money that I would have in the bank and what the bank would give me for that same money. I'm making interest on this product more than the bank would give me on my dollar for dollar sitting in there. And just because I make money doesn't mean I took it out of the hobby, and you got to understand that. Didn't mean I eliminated it. I went on a boat cruise. But I can tell you this. Pokemon has changed my life that, yeah, I made enough money that I'm able to buy. I'm in proceeds right now to buy my father's Acura from the bank for $24,000 cash without taking out a loan. And it's all thankful to Pokemon sales, guys. And I'm still able to buy into this market, still able to keep my business going with even sales that are bringing me above and beyond. And I'm able to go to the table to buy my father's Acura, his 2020 Acura RDX. It only has 25,000 miles. It's sentimental to me. So other than that, if it wasn't sentimental to me, I would have took the 24,000 and put it into Pokemon. But it's sentimental to me that I wanted that car because it's a piece of him. And the car is important to me. And so the Pokemon, yes, the Pokemon cards has made life-changing event for me. I am making plays that I wouldn't be able to make if I didn't know what I know. I'm engaging with people that are coming to me that I never would have met, but I met them in Pokemon. I'm building a community outside of this YouTube channel, all right, of people that want to sell. They know me for who I am. And I tell them about the channel. I said, go check out my channel. It's a way for me to promote my channel, to engage them, to let them see me on YouTube, fulfilling my destiny of telling my story on the transaction that just went down with them in a reel. And Pokemon is continuing to change my life. And like I said, there's any time I can stop and be full-time. I can be like Alex and do this full-time. I haven't made that choice to stop. And I'm just telling you guys that are younger than me, you can be the same success story. The same success story if you only believe. And that's why I said no one could derail me. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I'm staying on my path to where I'm at, and I'm going bigger and bigger. Whether it happens bigger on YouTube, doesn't matter. I'm already a success in my life. All right? I'm already having a time of my life. And I'm building relationships outside of YouTube. That those people that deal with me now are going to be my people that buy into my rip and ship.
PKMN is a life history that is always a new beginning.
Are going to be the ones that buy into my rip and shippers. I'm not counting on YouTube. All right? I'm not counting on YouTube for my success. So there's no stopping on that end, unless YouTube people try to stop me, but I'm building my success in my own backyard. And that's why, sometimes you have a bunch of people on here try to put up a blockade, and they think that they got a stop gate on you, that they control you. And I'm here to tell you guys, you're in control of your own destiny. Where you want to be in life, where you want to go in life, and what you want to be. It's if you believe. You got to put yourself in those shoes if you're already there. And believe in yourself that you can propel yourself to get to that point in your life. And if you continue to strive for it, guys, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And no one's going to be able to stop you. No one's going to be able to derail you. And you're going to reach the life changing moments that you wanted to succeed in. It's going to happen. And I'm proof of that. I'm proof. Because when I'm down, I'm not out. I don't count myself out. I just pick up my broken pieces of my puzzle. I put my life together and I continue to strut on. And nothing's stopping me. Nothing's stopping me. And people get mad, oh, this guy's got a big head on his shoulders. You know what? Sometimes in this life, you got to have a big shoulders. You got to carry your weight. You got to carry your weight. But like I said, it's not all talk with me. It's all receipts. I got the receipts for everything that happens in my life, changes. If I get the car, guys, you'll have that definitely on the reel, because I'm going to tell you, Pokemon's doing it for me. And it's just going to be part of my life story on its success, on what I was able to do while I was here and what I was doing in Pokemon, guys. I was making life-changing moves for myself that, at the end of the day, I'm going to have a better life. Whether it happened on YouTube or not, it happened only in my backyard where it started from. Because I started on YouTube, but the changes happened right here. Because these are people that I meet on YouTube. I met them right here in my own backyard that I've been dealing with. And the changes are happening with me right here from the people that I started it with. So that's what I said. I'm not holding YouTube against me not prospering, but I'm telling you, my prosperous happened elsewhere, and it's happening in Pokemon in my own backyard. That when you initiate stuff, guys, and that's what I tell you, you can be all that you can be and whatever you want to be if you put your mind to it. And I put my mind to it, and I'm carrying the receipts so other people can see exactly, you know what, you can start from zero and be a hero. You can start from the bottom and make it to the top. It doesn't matter. It's up to you to make the changes needed in your life. You want to be debt-free? I've been debt-free all these years on YouTube, telling you guys how I did it, the programs I took, how I managed it. And I'm still here to this day doing it. And it made me, because I'm going to do another episode. I'm going to do another episode, guys, with how a credit card can empower your business. I'm going to use a credit card and do a segment on YouTube. And we're going to make some Pokemon investments. And I'm going to use the credit card, charge up, say, hey, I'm going to buy this box. And we're going to see in a year's time where these investments are in a year's time. We're going to track them and see where things are. We're going to see where these things are. And we're going to use a credit card to empower a Pokemon business or turn it into a kind of a business. See where these investments that I put on a credit card that I was able to pay off. I'm going to pay the credit card. So we're going to buy it, pay it off, and see if at the end of the day, keep documentation on what I bought, see if the investment pays off. And I don't know if we'll be able to see the interest, but I can tell you my interest rate on this card. And I got this card just for another segment that I'm going to be doing. How a credit card can empower a Pokemon business. And we're going to be buying stuff once a month or every other month using a credit card. And I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm buying. Going to have the receipts, guys. And we're going to see if a credit card can empower your business. So those of you that say, oh, I can't do that, I don't have the money, take that credit card, use it the same way that Bill Gates do it, the same way that I did it and built myself and got myself out of debt. I use a credit card to buy stuff that I didn't have the money for, and I was able to get debt-free using a credit card, buying stuff to sustain my business. I did it, and we're going to do it again because it's going to come up in a segment on my YouTube channel where I'm going to use this credit card that has a cash limit on what you can buy. We're going to buy Pokemon products and do an investing on it and buy and see if it's worth, can it sustain a business? Can you do something? So that's going to be interesting. We're going to be putting that to the test, but I'm proof of the test already where I did it. But we're going to do it again. We're going to do it again. Guys, there's no holding any of you guys back. If you want to be successful, there's no secrets anymore. The secret's been released. The jar has been opened, and the worms are out. Why aren't you putting them on your hook and casting them out and catching all the fish? A lot of people out here on YouTube, guys, that are successful making it. There's no one out here that should be complaining. Technically, you really shouldn't be complaining. All the success stories, all the people like Alex, an open book. The guy was able to start a Pokemon business after having years of different businesses, decided to stop and make a full-time business out of it, successful in ripping ships, was able to pay his house off. And all you guys can do is cry, moan, and complain. Unbelievable. Guys, that's the end of this episode. I just want to showcase what I want to talk about, straight talk with Pokemart TCG. That's real life talk. I'm talking real life changes, things that happen in my life, things that are going on in my life, things that I'm doing, proofs on my Instagram. And Nostalgianomics is another piece of the storybook on what he's done. Paid off his house. He talked about debt-free, doing Ripping Ships live, and he's doing it with Pokemon cards, cardboard. You want to make the life-changing events in yourself? First, you got to believe in yourself, make those changes, and put it to work. Don't just talk and complain about stuff because your life is in disarray. Only you can make that change. I made it. So can you. With that said, I'm out. Have a great rest of the day. Remember to get out there and catch them all. Peace, love, high five. I'll catch you guys on the next one. I'm out of here.